Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm basically going to be teaching how to construct the script for the networking, but this time we're going to do it properly and not sort of within a series, so you can do this for any game that you wish, so not just a MOBA, but pretty much anything. So basically all I've done now is set up a new project with a new scene, right? I've added ourselves a terrain and I've imported a few assets, one of which is Photon Unity networking, which you are going to need to properly network a game, plus you will want some textures and stuff for the floor, and also we've got a lobby camera in here. It doesn't do anything, it's just your regular camera, but it's going to be used for when we're logging in and stuff like that. And then we've also set a navigation mesh on this plane so that we can walk around, but I'm not going to teach that. Click to move has already been taught in the previous video. I'm just going to teach how you can network your game to get in game and then spawn and stuff like that. So basically, because you kind of want a champ select sort of feel to it, so I made this for another game before. So what I'm going to do is actually go here on our assets page. We're going to create a resource folder. Right, very important that you name it resource exactly as I am, without a capital R. And basically that's where we're going to keep everything that can be instantiated over a network. So that's going to be our spot. And one of the things that we want is actually a player camera. So if we go to our MOBA camera, downloaded from the assets store, I really would recommend you guys going and downloading this stuff. It's awesome. Prefab MOBA camera prefab, and so we can chuck that into the scene, right? And when it gets in the scene, we're going to go down to requirements. Input, and go use keycode input, or else it's going to error when you first do it, and then everything else is pretty solid. Okay, so we go zoom. Like, you can fiddle around with all these settings. This is about movement and stuff. It's not 100% like the greatest, but it's really good. I love it. So we go 15 minimum zoom, maximum zoom 20, but the zoom rate we're going to set to 500 because it actually is really slow. When we do that, we'll just save that scene there for a second. We'll rename the prefab MOBA camera here. We're going to rename it player cam. Oh, beautiful. And now we're going to go into our resource folder and actually drag that player cam in there. And we'll just delete it from the scene. So now we've got a prefab for a player cam, right? So every time we want it, we will instantiate it from the resource folder called player cam. But we're not going to instantiate this one over a network. But that's okay, because we're never actually going to do this via a script. The next folder I'll create is a scripts folder. So basically, the reason I'm doing this is because the last time I did it, it was very messy and kind of hard to understand when I went on and took it. Oh, shiza. When I went on and took a look at it. So I thought, yeah, you know what? Why don't we look at this manager? Why don't we recreate it? So we've got manager here. Basically, if I go into the manager, oh, it's going to come up with errors. Just click OK down the bottom, and it should be fine. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so now we have this empty class, and we're going to network it 100% correctly. And the first thing I want to do is put photon in front of the mono behavior, and then a little full stop or dot or period or whatever you like to call it. So it's photon.mono behavior, right? And that's just going to open up the world of photon into this class or system. It will work by default, but using that actually gives us stuff like photon view is already a component. So if we go photon view, it comes up with the one with, oh shit, no, I'm wasting wood. Tap. Fix that there. Lovely. So the first thing we're going to want to do is actually create an int, and we're going to call it state, and we're going to set it to 0. So that's our default state, right? This is the state that our class is actually in. So it's going to be pretty basic. We're going to also create void on GUI, spelled exactly the way that I'm spelling it right now. Capital O and G and U and I are all capitals, and then in the on GUI function, because basically this is going to be what is displayed up front, we are going to create something called a switch. And I've explained a switch before probably, but you just write it like that, and we want to set the switch to be controlled on the state, right? So when the state changes, the switch will change. Okay. And so basically within that we go, this is correct syntax, we go case, space 0, then I don't know what that is, colon, and then we'll enter, and then we'll go break, and then semicolon. Alright, so what this means is everything within case 0 and the break is going to be run via on GUI, so every frame is going to be run whenever the state is at 0. Alright, so it's pretty good. So when the state is at 0 is basically when we first connect, and we can ensure this in case it changes somehow. We can go when the script starts, then state equals 0, right? And what we can do now is just go ahead and create case 1, and break that as well, and then we create case 2, and break that one as well. Excellent. Case 3, break that one as well, like that. And so these are all just different cases. So we're just going to do, we're just going to use some comments here to kind of signal what the hell's going on, you know? What else? We got start, and then we got connected to server. Excellent. And then we've got connected to lobby. Brilliant. Actually, we can probably start connected to server, connected to lobby. Then we can make another one called connected to room. Beautiful. So in the first one, we're going to want to put a little button. So we're going to go if GUI.button, button, and then we'll just create a new rect. We'll go 10, 230. And the string of text will be connect. Right. That's pretty much how we create a button. Now, if I did that a little too fast, all we're doing here is GUI.button, and then within that, those parentheses, we want to go a new rectangle, and then we want to set the dimensions of where the rectangle is. So it's 10 pixels across, 10 pixels down, 200 pixels across, 30 pixels down. Oh, this one's the size, by the way, and this one's the position. And then, of course, afterwards you go a little comma, and then you write in whatever you want the button to say. So I want the button to say connect. And if you do press the connect button, then what happens, you know? One of the things would be, we need to get rid of this button, or else they can be spamming connect and it'll be trying to connect over the top of itself connecting, right? So if we go, we'll go down here actually, and we'll create another case. We'll call this one break. So this is going to be the breaks between all our states. So we're going to go case equals 4, and then we're going to go break there, right? Beautiful. So we're going to go, first thing that happens is our state is going to equal 4, right? Because we're taking a break here. And then we want to go, so lovely, so once the state is equal to 4, we're going to create a new function, right? And we're going to go down here, go void, void on photon connected, right? And then we're going to close that off. And when photon connects, then we're going to go to the next one, connected to server. So we're going to go state, state is equal to 1. Right, lovely. So then we move on to the next one. So when the state is equal to 1, we want to join the lobby, right? So we're going to go, basically what I like to use this for is tricking the people into kind of believing that it's not just connecting to the level. So you got to select like a game type, for example. So if we go, we'll just do another if statement, and we'll do it in the same spot. This is just for testing purposes, and of course there's many ways to make this a lot better. And we'll go connect, we'll like, so we got a game type, for example. So if we go 5v5, for example, then we go to the state equals 4 again. However, we forgot one thing, we forgot to actually connect. Okay, so we're going to go photon network dot connect. Where is it? Connect using settings, right? And then we're going to go in brackets and semicolon it off. And in the brackets, we want to put a string, and we want to put the version name. So we're going to go version 1, we'll say. Oh, or version 0, we'll say, because the game is not yet playable. And so that pretty much attempts to connect, right? And then on Photon Connected, at least I think it's on Photon Connected, we'll see. Then it's going to go, okay, sweet, we're connected. Now we want to go to state number 1 here. And then in there, we're going to go select 5v5 to join the lobby, right? And so we got Photon Network dot join lobby, right? Pretty easy, brackets, you don't need to put anything within that one. And then it's going to go state equals 4 again, and then we got another void here, another function, on joined lobby, beautiful, bracketed it off, close that up. Okay, so now we've got the on joined lobby function here, which makes our state equal to 2. It's pretty easy, right? We're just like one, the other, next to the other. And then once we're connected to lobby, that's connected to server, then now we're connected to lobby. Now we want to find a match, right? This one's a little bit different because we want to find a match, and then once the recommended amount of players are in, then we want to start, right? So what we're going to do up here in our class, in our, what do you call it? In our variables, we want to create a public int, and we want to call it max players. Right, because the amount of players that we have needs to be saved somewhere, so we're going to make it max players, right? And then after that, we'll go, here we go. After that, we'll create another case, actually. We're going to call this one 5 break. And we'll just call it, because it basically is, it's matchmaking there. So first things first, when we get to state number 2, right, we're going to search for a room. Basically, we want sort of like a find match function, right? We want to go there and we'll go for find match. Except this time, instead of going to state 4, we want to go to state 5, because we are going to stay at state 5, right, matchmaking, until we've found our recommended amount of players. So in find match, one thing we're going to want to do is go Photon network dot join random room, right? And then we'll just close it off. And basically what this does is it goes, oh, okay, sweet. So we've got all these rooms available. We'll try and join them. And if you fail to join any of them, because it will keep joining until you find one that you fail at. It will keep joining until you find one that is joinable. However, if you do fail at it, then that means that, well, we're like, okay, so there's no rooms that are available. What do? We still want to play, so we're going to create another one. So I'm pretty sure, and don't take my word for this, I will check actually. Void. So it's on Photon random join failed. I think that's it. That should be about right. So if we fail to join a room, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to create a room. So we're going to go Photon network dot create room, right? And here I'll just put null, because right, there's a few settings that you can change and stuff like that, but we'll just go null. And we're going to go save. Excellent. So once it's created a room, so in matchmaking, we're going to go if Photon network dot in room is equal to true, right? So we're just going to find out when we need to escape this matchmaking thing. And basically, that's when we are in a room, right? And the room is full of players. So it's a pretty simple one. So we go Photon network dot in room is equal to true. You have to have 2 equals here, or else it's going to error. And then what we're going to want to do is put double ands and, right? So if we are in a room, and Photon network dot player list, right? Dot length, because player list is an array, this one, so we can't do player list because it's an array. So we need to get the dot length of it. If the dot length is equal to max players, equal. Oh, equal to max players. Maybe. I'm not too sure. Let me just save this before we screw it up. So yeah. Photon in rooms, blah blah blah. Max players and stuff like that. Then we want to start the game, right? So we're going to go something like, we'll create another void here. Void start game. Excellent. So what you can do is a bit of a champion select type thingy madoodle there. Yeah, that will work. So it's connected to room, and then we go state equals 3. State equals 3 plus spawn. Sorry, start game. There we go. Excellent. So we start the game, and that's pretty much how I do it every single time. If I'm ever making a networked game, because it's all pretty much the same thing, and I always use Photon because it's the only one I really understand quite definitely. I know it says 5v5 here, but one thing you can do is actually a champion select before they get into the actual game, or you could do it afterwards, and it does take a little while to do it afterwards, a little while longer, because you got to make it so that everybody can see who's picking what, or you can do what I did in last night's loot and make sure that everybody can see, or they can't see who's picking what, which is kind of beneficial in a more free-for-all game. So not exactly the same, but yeah, it's completely up to you. They can just say shit and don't actually test it, and there's probably errors and stuff. Oh, no errors, darn. Okay, so we'll create an empty game object. We will call it manager. Oopsie-doodle, manager. Right, beautiful. And we'll drag our script onto there. Manager, max players, 1. Beauty. That's what we got here. We go connect. Come on. Oh god, I made an error. Connected to Photon. Right, I wrote that wrong. Sorry guys. It's unconnected to Photon, and now we'll test it out again. Excellent connect. 5v5. Find match. Perfect. Look at that, we're in. Okay, so that's pretty much the basics to it. I'm not like 100% like, it doesn't look good and stuff like that, but it does work. So it does wait for the amount of players before you can actually continue on. So what we can actually do is set the players to 2 here, and then if we go into our script again, we can go on to see the bit where it's matchmaking and it's waiting. So we go and go GUI.label. We'll try and make the label in a new position down the bottom somewhere. So we go rect, and then we're gonna, oh, hey, people online. New rect, and we're going to go, let's say 10 across, but we're going to go screen dot height, right? So it goes right down to the bottom, minus 50, and then we're going to go 200, and then we're going to go 30, and now we're going to put in a little bit, so it just tells us how many players there are, right? So we go in the quotations, we're going to go players equals to plus Photon network dot player list dot length. Oops, it's dot length dot to string. Bracket that off. Plus parentheses out of plus max players. There we go. So we've finished that. Wow, that's long. Okay, so basically what we're doing is creating a label, right? The position is 10 across, and then it goes right down to the bottom of the screen, minus 50, right? And then we got 200 wide and then 30 high. And then it says, and this is all just to display how many players there are. Basically it goes players, colon, and then a space, and then it will say how many players are connected out of how many max players are connected. I mean, that's pretty much how you do it. Like, it goes plus that, and it's all, oh no, max players dot to string. Thank you guys for reminding me. because max players is actually an int and it won't display an int as a string. That's why we set this one to toString, because it's the length of an array and we need to set it to string, so it's going to go 1 out of 2 because there's 2 players. So if we save that, and hopefully this doesn't error. Nope, we're pretty good. We just go play, connect. We're going to go 5v1 and we're going to find match, see players 1 out of 2, and then when another person connects it's going to go 2 out of 2, and then it's going to actually go into game. And then once you get into game and stuff, it's cool, it's really cool, I like it. Anyway, so I'm getting back into these tutorials. I don't know why I get into little bursts of just making them. So thank you guys for watching. Basically I'm going to upload this and then upload a basic attack tutorial like the request that I got on Discord. Now if we want to talk about Discord for a little bit, is doing very well. There's lots of people that just came on in one big burst and they're all asking questions and stuff like that, and it's really entertaining to have, and this is the reason why I'm doing videos again, is basically because of this. So if you guys want to request a video, then head on to Discord, link will be in the description, and basically we'll you know, it's good. Alright, okay, I'll see you guys later in the next one. Bye.